I'm seeing red lights flashing at me, so that must mean, once again, Gridiron Picks 2013 Wilson Toyota Scion, along with the Ames Tribune, back at it again. You know, we talk about this every year. You would think that eventually they'll really get some talent to do this thing, but they keep bringing myself and yourself back.
That we're back.
Well, the big thing is because we're so bad, we got this guy.
Yes, last year's winner. That's good.
Now I told him, I caught him before the video, I said, hey, you know, you're gonna have to talk about something, right? And he goes, so let's just put him on the spot. Why don't you do this, my friend? Why don't you introduce yourself to the fans out here?
I'm Jason Lotz. Live outside of Story City, and like Tron and Ken said, I won last year, so back to try it again.
So basically what he's saying is his wife made all his picks and he won a brand new TV. Hey, it doesn't matter who picks for you as long as someone picks for you. Here's the thing, before we get into how this thing works, I want to tell you how you get signed up. You go on to www.wilsonofames.com. You go there, you can sign up there. You can go to www.amestrib.com. Sign up right there for all you fanatics out there. That's right, just go on to CycloneFanatics.com. You can pick up a link right there. And listen, if you forget, the simplest thing to do, just hit me on my Twitter feed. That's right, that's at
I know. I remember it from last year. 2 G's, big, strong.
And you know what, if that doesn't work, if you're over 90, go ahead and feel free to hit up Wagner on his Twitter feed. 2 old for Twitter. That's right. So make sure you do that. But listen, let's just get right to it because no one wants to hear about all that stuff. Hey, big prizes.
Big games
listen,
this year, too.
The TV that you won in your year, it's the picture in the picture in the new one. So, you know, what size was that? 13 inch, 24 inch?
I think it was 50.
Can you believe that? 50-inch TV, the only thing the guy had to do is come and play week after week. Man, you were pretty close to
perfection. Almost perfection.
Well, they got close last year.
Yeah.
There was a woman that just about beat you last year.
Almost.
Well, you know.
Yeah. That was his wife.
And luckily, I wasn't eligible, or I would have won the whole thing. So let's get right. Let's just get right down to it. We're gonna.
We got some great games.
Well, you know, you pick these things, so I don't even let you introduce. I don't even know if I even got that on there.
Game 1, Jason, you're gonna go first. We're gonna put you right on the spot. Temple at Notre Dame. The Temple Owls at Notre Dame.
I'm going to say Notre Dame.
That's it? That's all you got for me?
Well,
Coach Kelly, any good words and bad words? Any good? They still have any overhang from hangover rather from last year's game or what?
I don't know. I just went with Notre Dame. They've always been one of my favorite schools. So.
Oh, okay. As much as I'd like to pick the Owls of Temple, this ought to be a walk through the park for Notre Dame. Kelly's got a pretty good group back. He's lost some people, obviously, but I think Notre Dame will win by 3 touchdowns.
It just took us 15 minutes to talk about the Temple Owls and Notre Dame. Are you kidding me? Listen, it's simple. I'm just as simple as you, Jason. I'm taking Notre Dame. Let's not sit here and talk about owls and geese and horses and stuff.
Go on to the next game. Northern Illinois at Iowa.
Guests are always first.
Yes.
I'm going to say Northern Illinois.
Woo! Man,
even though it's at Iowa, I think Northern Illinois they've got a good program. I think they might struggle this year.
It's hard to follow that one, Wagner.
Man, I thought I was going to be the only naysayer here. I'm picking the Huskies from DeKalb, Illinois, by 3 over the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Now listen, this pains me to say this, but apparently your guys' age is getting really foggy up here and things going on. Listen, as much as I always like to pick against the Hawkeyes, give me a break, guys. Come on now, Kurt Farron has nothing but things to prove this season. The last thing he needs to do is lose to a team like Northern Illinois. Not knocking you guys, I think they're a great program. I think the Hawks are actually too big in the trenches for Northern Illinois to come in and prove any point. I'm taking the Hawks. I know, I haven't ever said that in my life. I'm taking the Hawks, but listen, it will be extremely entertaining.
Okay, there, I like that last line. Because you're saying there's maybe a little problem there still.
Well, listen, man, it's not like they're playing the Cyclones. That's later. We'll talk about that later.
Last game here, Jason, we've got Northern Iowa at Iowa State. Night game.
Iowa State. It's Cyclone fan my whole life, and if they don't beat the Panthers by at least 2 touchdowns, like John said earlier, it's going to be a rough year, possibly.
Okay, that's an easy game for me. Iowa State and I don't care the margin. It's the first game of the year. Get it in the W column, get it over with, go on to the next game, which will be a tougher game. So first game will be 1-0. 1 win, 0 losses.
You know what? We all agree upon that, but that was an easy game to pick. I'm going to tell you this, though. I'm going to go back to what we were talking about before we got on. Here's the deal. I do care about the win margin because I think that win margin, this ain't preseason, my friend. There's no NFL preseason.
It is a little bit.
It all counts. So here's the deal. If they go here and you and I play this game close, it's going to be a long season. I don't think that'll happen. I think the Cyclones are ready to go. They got a lot to prove. Nobody cares. Everybody's talking about they're terrible in the Big 12. Let's just shoot it straight. No one's great in the Big 12 this year. We got a whole bunch of okay teams, and that's why I think this will be a great year for Iowa State.
Yeah.
I'm taking Iowa State. I actually do. I think they'll win by 3 touchdowns. I hope they win by 3 touchdowns. If they don't, yep. A lot of Sweet Carolina we won't be hearing this season. So that's all good. But once again, guys, listen, Jason, I appreciate you coming back on. This guy's a great example of how you just play the game. Week after week, you know, he calls me every day and says, hey, who should I take? I give him the picks. The guy wins the TV. You would have thought he would invite me over to watch the thing, but he hasn't done that. That's all right, man. I appreciate him. He came on. Again, if you haven't signed up, www.amestrib.com, www.wilsonofames.com. For all you fanatics out there, CycloneFanatics.com. And again, feel free, just hit me on my Twitter feed. Hey, you got my Twitter feed? You know what I'm saying? At Big Strong, 2 G's, just in case you forgot, Jason. Now, because you're a guest, we're going to let you, any parting words? Forget about it. That's right. This is how we do that thing, like we always do in this video. That's,